first down. Lock. Forced it, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. John Simon that time coming through to make the play.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
Another try after the first down sack. Lock. Open man. He completes it to Judy. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. He's got his tight end fan. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
On third and long, it's Lock. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it. Here's Sam Martin now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Now Hill to return it. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the...
And that is caught! Touchdown, Kansas City! Nicole Hardman with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stuff it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
On 2nd down, Gordon once more. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months. Not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. Now a play fake, and here's Locke. That's complete to the tight end, Saubert. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Oh, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well when you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
And a nice pick up there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Second and 5. Locke going to hand it off here to Gordon. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Good job, good job. Too easy, too easy. Mike 8.
They're going to run. This is Gordon. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Melvin Gordon hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point from McManus is good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after...
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. This defense for the Broncos, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one, but 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
Mahomes firing complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That one goes for 24 yards. These two teams all tied after one. So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Edwards-Helaire. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. It got his man complete. And all the way home for a Bronco score. Jerry Jeudy, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. McManus's point after is good, and we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Jerick McKinnon to take it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, like
it's caught inside the 25. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Mecole Hardman, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Shotgun snap to Locke. He'll go up top here for Hamler. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. What a season he continues to have defensively. Now a dozen interceptions this year, Charles.
And let's face it, we've watched a lot of ball. But when you get 12 in 1 year, that's better than most careers, isn't it?
Absolutely, and you might be asking for a bump in pay, too.
No doubt about it. Running right in there and talking to the team.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Edwards-Helaire. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. On Edwards-Helaire, I don't think he got there. He did not. They'll stop him short. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Butker's kick here is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. Eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Here's Hill on the return. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Mecole Hardman, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Chief linemen might have moved. Now after the false start, they need 8 yards here on 3rd down. On play action, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City. Back deep, Jadon Mickens. Taking it about the 16. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Chandler Jones able to record his 5th sack of the season. When you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Now you're digging a hole for your offense. And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Locke going to try and throw on 3rd down. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Clock now to throw. Escaping the pressure right.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lock. That's out to the flat for Gordon. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. No escape for Lock, and he'll go down. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. To try again after the sack. Lock being chased out left. And that's checked down to Gordon. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as he'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the gun, it's Lock. Open man is Gordon, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. Into the red zone, it's Lock. And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is down to a field goal. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go play fake. Mahomes. Open man is the tight end, Noah Gray. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 23 yards, the final tally. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's going to find his tight end, Gray, complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
And going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on 4th down, may as well make them punt it. Butker's kick here is good. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
A final shot before half for Locke. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, it's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick six for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick six in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. They run the counter. McKinnon. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 67 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 32-yard line. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And room there to work it inside the 25. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
A quick throw out wide, caught by Robinson. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Flushed out right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Out to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. One more time with Edwards-Helaire. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5.
And I know this quarterback. His instinct, he's going to want to go for it here on 4th and goal. I want to see if the rational heads on the sidelines prevail and they say, this late in the game, let's get 3 in the lead. This debate is going to be fun.
So, CD, maybe put a pin in that one as this game progresses. It's a field goal that gets him the lead here in the 3rd, but, boy, you hate settling for 3 when you're that close to the goal line.
Well, it certainly pains me to say it, but I do think it was the right call. Now, if they lose, you and I both know that'd be one of the things that gets second-guessed. Why didn't you go for it on 4th and goal? But I know the mindset was take the points, get the lead. And, by the way, if they went for it and got stuffed, they'd second-guess that, too.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Derek Nottie makes the tackle.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now Locke. Flush to his right. That's caught left side by Judy. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Locke working out of the gun. Right back to Judy, and it's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. First down Broncos as Locke finds Judy. Now a handoff. This is Gordon. It's a first down and more for Gordon. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. 41 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. Fakes the give to Gordon. Now here's Locke to throw. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Third quarter of a 2-point game. A good one so far. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Here's Locke. This is Gordon on the dump off. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the fourth quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Well, obviously you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline and saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Well, agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense. Yeah. I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
2nd and 2.
Let's go deep, Tyler. Let's go deep.
They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them a lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. They'll try to run with Edwards-Helaire. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Clyde Edwards-Helaire with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front. So now a big spot here as the Chiefs will indeed go for 2. Mahomes will throw for it. That's caught at the 1. And he is not going to make it. So they won't be able to move this lead up to a touchdown as it'll remain a 5-point ball game. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Play action. Now it's Locke. No escape for Locke, and he'll go down. John Simon Able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
And that is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Locke, gotta have this one. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And he's got it. Touchdown. Oh, but there is a marker on the field. So now the question, who is this on? Butker on for the PAT. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They fake the handoff. Now Locke rolling to his right. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Locke to throw. To Gordon, out left. Gordon loses the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. But he has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, it becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. And he's got Hardman in the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. Mecole Hardman with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Chiefs are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. And I think they're going to at least take a look at this. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that will make this a 19-point game. After the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And after all those wins that they've reeled off, it seems that they finally have met their match in a big fourth-quarter hole. He's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 34. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Locke. Throw to the right here to Gordon. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now Gordon on 1st down. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. On play action, Locke. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Noah Fant, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. And now the offense is going to stay out there as the Broncos will go for 2. They're going to give it to Gordon. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line.
Well, they couldn't be happy that they were having to stop a 2-point conversion because that means they gave up a touchdown. But a little solace there. You saw some good gang tackling, stacking him up before he can get to the end zone.
We talk about offensive units putting in more 2-point period sessions in practice. Defensively, do you do the same?
Absolutely. You have to because you never know how aggressive these offenses are going to be in games nowadays.
Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
99 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. 2nd down, back to Edwards-Helaire. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They fake the give. Now Mahomes gets this into the hands of Gray, the tight end. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they'll indeed take a knee. thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Kansas City, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And they'll get another home date next week as the Raiders will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, this could hurt in the race for home field advantage as they drop to 10-2 on the year. And they'll get a home date next week against the Detroit Lions. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.